guess let's start off a little bit. Just tell us some more about yourself and what do you love most about your job?
It's a great question. Okay, so I'll bore you with the details and kind of walk you through everything. And yeah, so I went to the University of San Diego, and when I was at the University of San Diego, I had the pleasure of interning at the Padres in their marketing and brand development department, and also worked at a couple of smaller agencies when I was there. After college, I thought I wanted to be a GM of a Major League Baseball team, or I honestly, I just didn't really know what I want to do. All I knew is I was very passionate about baseball, to be honest. So I ended up writing handwritten notes to all of the different GMs and team presidents around the league with a hope of just sitting down and learning a little bit about them. And had some good responses, had some teams that said no, and I'll always remember who those teams are. But I actually got a really nice response from Sam Kennedy, who's the president of the Boston Red Sox and is an incredible individual and leader in the sports industry. And he invited me out to come to Boston to meet with him during a Red Sox game. So as a kid who actually grew up in Boston, that was a thrill, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. And actually had an interview with him from the owner's suite at Fenway overlooking Fenway Park during a game. And I think it was the Red Sox versus Orioles. I think it was like the fourth inning, something like that. So I had a good conversation with him, sat down, booked a one-way ticket, by the way, which was obviously like have to add that like storybook kind of thing. But no, I flew back there, had a good conversation, and he was like, "Hey, you know what? Next day, let's have you meet some people. Let's have you meet some people from Fenway Sports Group." Ended up having, I think it was 7 interviews that next day. Met with a lot of folks that I would love to connect anyone in this room with. John Clark, Ryan Fisher, see these leaders at Fenway Sports Group that I feel like are some of the smarter people in the industry. And then the day after that, they offered me a role at Fenway Sports Group, which was a thrill. So in 3 days, I went from meeting somebody for the first time to meeting a ton of people the next day to having a position. So I'll talk about this later from a learnings perspective, but that's why I just think like working hard, reaching out, I mean, finding a job is a job kind of a thought process. So I joined Fenway in, I think it was 2014, 2015, worked there for a year. And when I was there, I realized that I wanted to be in partnership development, sponsorship, creating some innovative sports marketing approaches. So I worked on partnerships for the Red Sox, LeBron James, Liverpool, Boston College, many others.
Awesome.
And during that, I got introduced to Wasserman, ended up going and working for Wasserman for 4 years. Reason I went there is I really wanted to learn about the way brands thought. So I wanted to kind of be a consultant, think about athlete partnerships, brand partnerships from a different lens. And then that leads me to Omaze. So I got approached to oversee sports at Omaze and now help oversee all talent partnerships at our company. What we do is we raise money and awareness for nonprofits through once-in-a-lifetime experiences and prizes that anyone can win. So that's anything from play catch with Tom Brady to win a Ferrari to go and have lunch with George Clooney in Lake Como. But the cool thing about it is that, for example, if we take this room of 23 people, it's not the highest bidder within this room. It's all 23 of you that could donate as little as $10 for a chance to win. And then it's a sweepstakes. So somebody's randomly selected to be the winner. So we've raised now over $300 million for nonprofits. And it's been crazy. So favorite part about my job, to answer that question in a long-winded way, is honestly going back to that innovative partnership. So a lot of the things that we're doing are the first time it's ever been done. So that's something I'm really passionate about, is that kind of intersection of innovation, sports marketing, and then social impact. I think we're able to do things that really are rethinking the way that athlete partnerships, celebrity partnerships, and sponsorship can be done. So.
Awesome. And the job sounds, I mean, incredible. You know, people are probably so surprised they actually won. Like, what, really?
Wow.
Like,
yeah. No, it's so cool. And it's, the whole idea is it's a win-win, right? We want the celebrities and the athletes, the entertainers to feel like they won because they're donating their time to do something incredible. They're volunteering their time. And And then in addition to that, you've got the folks that maybe win the incredible prizes, but let's say you don't win, you're giving back to a cause
Sure.
that is incredible. So it's a nice little kind of, like I said, win-win, I guess, win-win-win for everybody. So
Absolutely.